So this is the first type of charisma, a focused one, the focused charisma that we can find on a lot of people that are around us. The second one, or the second type of charisma, is the authority charisma. You know, it doesn't have to be a good person in authority charisma. For instance, Hitler. You know Hitler for sure. Hitler has a charisma, does he? Yes. He had influence of millions of people. But he was not good. So this leads us to a rule of the charisma. It doesn't have to be a good one. It doesn't have to be his attitudes are great, are for the mankind. But he also can have the influence to destroy the mankind. So the charisma also by authority, it can be a good authority or a good charisma or a bad one. So there is a people that they have that authority and they get that charisma from their authority onto this position. Okay, the second one, or the third one, and which is the most important one, it's related to the visions. If we get a vision and you believe in yourself that you can do that vision, and you started from that point, from that vision, to speak about with the people with that vision, you are speaking with the people with all your feelings and your concepts and your mind, that we are going to that area. And you are starting, do you remember the golden circle? We are speaking about a little while. So we are speaking about the why. Why we are going to that vision. Here to give them the points and the reasons. So this is the question to every single one of you. Do I have a vision or not? A vision to my life. A vision to my character. Am I leading my thoughts? Am I leading myself or not? So this is very important. Not put a vision to anyone else or to any other company else. Because it's in any word that first. If you cannot deal with that word, you cannot deal with outdoor or outward. So what's my vision? That's a question that every one of us has to answer it and has to write it down and has to put it in a VIP, very important file in my computer, in my laptop, on my mobile phone. This is my vision. And I'm updating it every day. And because of that vision, I'm trying to speak with the people about it. Because we are going to go to the other part of the group and how to collect that group and how can we convince them with that vision to make them work with us. That's the difference. Moving swiftly on to the three powerful things that charisma must have, at least one of them. What's these? We got 3 points. The first one is presence. What is presence? Actually, you know, in university or your work or in job. And you are suddenly, you felt that Ahmed or Abdullah or Omar or Shayma or whatever, she came. You know that feeling when you are seeing her energy coming to the place. This person has this presence, and when he's coming to the place, every single one, they can feel the power, the energy, the positive one. Everyone can see and smile when they are saying that. Why? Because he or she or that person has that presence when he's coming to the place. For sure you got that person. Think about that now. You know a person's in your life that when these persons are coming into a place, everyone is having attentions. And on the other hand, there's the opposite. There's persons or the people that they are coming to a place and they're going out of it and no one can feel it, right? Which type of the both of them are you? Are you that person when you are coming into a place, everyone can feel it, your energy, because you have that influence on them or not? Or the people, they even don't know if you came or not yet. So that's the first one, the charisma or the skill of presence. And if we're going to speak about how to get that presence. The second one is power. And power is related more about authorities. Power of position, power of authority. So that you get that power and you are dealing with that. So I am not just a manager, and there's a big difference between a manager and a leader, and we're going to speak about it now. So I'm a manager, but also I have that influence on people. I get that power to speak about what can I do for them, or can I lead for them to. And from the beginning, I know that why I'm doing this. And the second thing, or the third skill, that it has to be at least one of them, the warmth. Which is, when you are talking sometimes to your mom, to your mother, and you feel comfortable, when she's just hugging you and giving you that positive energy, when she listens to every word that you say to her, carefully, and in sympathy, that warmth that she has, you also can do that. And let me tell you something, there's a people that they have the three of them. And we're talking about a very near, a very close model for that. We have the president here in this country. When he is speaking in authority in a conference, you can see the power of the speech. You can see how they're speaking. And when he's going to a home for those people that they get harm from the coup or whatever, when he's speaking with those people, the old people and his mommy and his... So you can feel how can he speak with him. And also you can see his presence when he's he's laughing with people and when he's had that attitude with others. So they are saying that the superstar charismatic has all of them, like Bill Clinton and Erdogan. So how can I know if I have a charisma? How can I know what is the most type of intelligence is related to charisma? Actually, the most one is the linguistic intelligence. And the linguistic intelligence is not about what you are saying, but how you are saying it. It's not about what you are saying, but it's about how you are saying it. Dr. Sandy Pitting, she made a device, it's named by Sociometer. And Sociometer is something that you are wearing on your neck like this. And it's calculating and analyzing. Please, Ashkim, come here. Yeah, that will be better for you. So that Sociometer, that device, is saying or is seeing an analysis and giving a report about what, it's not about what you are saying now. Like for instance, let me give you an example for that. Arkadaşlar, we need to be very active. We need to go for the goals. We need to be so strong. We don't have to be sleeping. Now I'm sleeping. Now I'm speaking about a very, very important thing. Okay, let's look at that. Hey guys, we need to be very strong. We need to focus on our goals. We need to really work every single moment in our life. It's the same meaning, but it's a different way of speaking. What's the difference? Yes, you make another voice tune, another type of speaking. So it's not about what you are speaking, but how you're saying it. So that what's called the Sociometer, that Dr. Sandy Pitting do it. In the 1881, William Gladstone and Benjamin Disraeli, they were competitors in the elections of the Prime Minister of England. And one of the journalists who made 2 interviews with both of them, she's saying that when I sat with William Gladstone, I thought that he is the best person in England, the smartest one in England. And when I sat with Benjamin Disraeli, I felt that I am the best person in England and I'm the smartest one in England. Guess what? Benjamin won the election. A charisma and influence is not about showing to the others that you are the best, but giving the feeling to the others that they are the best. When you are sitting with someone, you're not trying to show your abilities and you're trying to give him that approach of I'm better than you. But now, You are trying to give him another concept of you are the best. I'm very glad that I'm listening to you with you now. You know, there is great people and leaders, when you are sitting with them, they are just giving you that feeling that you have a big value. I know personally people from that. So it's not about that you are the best, but when you are sitting about someone with someone, you are giving him that feeling that he is the best. And this is the big difference. So don't try to impress them. That's the rule. And give it and put it with everyone. If you are trying to lead someone or lead a group, you are not trying to impress them, but they let them impress you, and they will love you for that. And why you are talking about, am I need for their love or not? Am I need in that need that I need that people love me or not? Am I? For sure, yes. Am I? Well, I'm not hearing you. Yes or no?
Yes.
Am I? Yes or no? Raise your voice. Am I?
Yes.
No, I cannot hear you. This is not leaders. Am I?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I need the hearts. I need that keys. Because if they don't love me, how can I lead them? How can I inspire them? How can I motivate them? I can't. So a first key of the heart is to make that rule, is let them impress you when you are caring about them, when you are caring about what they are saying, about their attitudes, about their goals, about what they accomplish in their life. So that will make you, they love you, and for that you can influence and get that influence on them after that. That's also an important role for related to charisma. It's a concept that you have to have in your life and your mind. Increasing your charisma, coming with increasing the practicing, look at that. The quantity. Increasing of uncomfortable conversation. What is that? Biraz önce, when I asked you to speak in front of the people, that's uncommon, something that you are not doing every day. Sometimes that you are going to your class and the teacher or the professor or the doctor, he asks me, why you are late in front of all the people? Oh my God, what am I going to say? That's going to be a conversation, but it's uncomfortable conversation. What I'm going to say in this kind of uncomfortable conversation, if I practiced in that, so what about the comfortable conversation? Isn't it going to be more easy? It is. It is or not?
Yeah.
I cannot hear you.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
What about stand up? Everyone stand up. Why am I just standing up? Everyone stand up. No, that's okay. Great. Why am I not standing up? Why are standing up? Okay. Everyone put his hand like this. Hands. Great. Now, get the right hand like this. Right hand. And make it like this. İkisi. Okay. Now we got that. Yeah, opposite. Like this. Very good. Now catch it like this. And yes. Yeah, exactly. Catch it like that. And you get that finger, put it like this. Okay, exactly. Great. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, now. Why it's not happening?
Wait.
It's not. But I did it. Thank you. I did it in that moment that you didn't focus about something that I did. Charisma also related to focusing on a very small details and attitudes of the people. Like for a while, if you are dealing with people, and we are going to speak about a little bit about emotional intelligence, about how to notice the people and their attitudes and their movements. And how can you analyze this to influence them? Yes, every set of you now has meaning to your character. You know that? But I will not tell it to you. and end of lecture. Motions create emotions. Motions create emotions. What does that mean? Okay. Oh, very good. I'm just doing that like that. That's all right. Motions create emotions. What does emotions means? Motions. Yeah, exactly. If I'm sitting and I'm not moving, I'm not have that motions, from where that you are going to take motion? And you know, emotions has energy, has power. And that energy is not in your single room. You're not just sitting in your room and you'll have that energy. No. If you're not really moving and you have that motions, you will not get it. That energy that is taken from the people, that positive power, that positive energy that you are trying to take, it's also from motions. So you have to know that motions, this will create the energy that you need. And that will make that emotions. And the energy is like a magnetic. You're just attracting it to yourself, to your life, to your dreams. You already have a wish list. Do you have a wish list? Who has a wish list? Raise your hand if you have a wish list. Great. A wish list. You need to look at that wish list every day. And visualize yourself, I'm doing that. And I'm updating this. Is it true? Is it related? Is it correct to that day or not? Should I move on and go on in that or not? Maybe there's a new thing that coming up to me. It's better than that I wrote yesterday. Like you are updating your applications on your iPhone or your mobile, you also have to update your wish list and your goal list and your to-do list every day. This is very important if we're talking about the skills of a leader. If you never meet a challenge, you will never find out what you are worth. Challenge. There's a lot of people that they are afraid of challenges, afraid of risks, afraid of meeting new people, afraid of talking to strangers. Who's here that he tried before to speak with a stranger in the metro? He didn't know even, but he just sat and he found a stranger beside him and he spoke, "Hi, I'm Ashkin. What's your name?" "I'm from Malaysia." "Oh yeah, Türkçe biliyor musun? İngilizce biliyor musun?" And you started to see that tourist that is coming from the airport and you started to speak with him. Who tried to do that? I'm doing it every day. And this is very important to break the ice in your sight. This is something that I'm going to ask you in the next time, inshallah, I'm going to see you. Did you do it or not? With how many people? Speak with strangers. Not just for the strangers, but yourself, but for yourself. Because this will raise up your self-confidence, your sociality, your intelligence. Intelligence, not just the social one, but also the linguistic one. You are going to be more self-confident. That will be very useful for your character. Speak with strangers. And to speak with strangers, that's another thing. You need to know a lot of approaches, intros, sentences. Like you're speaking about the weather. Oh my God. 4 mevsim 1 saatte İstanbul'da. What's that? That's an intro. You're trying to speak with them about something that everyone in common with it. That's a very nice perfume. By the way, what's its name? By the way, you got a very nice haircut. Are you studying? I'm sorry, you got the books. Can I check that book? Which university are you studying to? Oh, I know that university. You know, that sentence is just opening a topic with them. And it's going to move on the conversation. And you'll find yourself, in the end of the conversation, you will have his cell phone number in 3 minutes or 2 minutes, if you're doing like this. But we're not doing this for his cell phone number, but we are doing this to raise up our self-confidence and to know how to speak with strangers, because this has a big effect on our personality. Speak with strangers. no sentences, no approaches, know how to start. And there's like a list of intros that you can know it before. Yes, I can speak about weather, I can speak about perfume, I can speak about clothing, university, and the state, and the English, or the language, or the problems, or the politics. Whatever you are going to speak, but you already have an information, and you already have a prepared sentences and topics that you can introduce with anyone. Who's ready today that he is going to speak with a stranger? Who? Who is ready? After this training day, he's going to get into Metrobus or the metro, and he's going to hunt a stranger, and he's going to speak with him. Who is ready for doing this? Oh, great. End up. No one. If no one raised up now his hand, I'm going to cancel what's the rest? So now it's another option, actually. Everyone raise your hand up. That's a promise now, that you are going to speak with a stranger today. Today, not tomorrow. That's a target, that's an object. I'm going to ask every single one of you, Muhammad, please evaluate that and follow that. And for everyone that, every new stranger, a new chocolate, okay? That's nice. It's very useful, actually. I'm trying it all the time. And it's all the time it's working. You know why I'm fearing with speaking with strangers? Because I'm fearing about his react or his answer. It's all illusions. It's not happening. You're just saying in your mind why I'm gonna speak with him, what he can say to me, what he can speak with me. It's not happening. Just say it. How can he just take your hand? Or can he just, wow, I didn't hunt you? No. It's too easy. What's the worst possibility that can happen? That he will say, why are you speaking with me? Okay, I'm just wanting to open a topic with you. Very nice to meet you. And be very cool. I'm sorry, bye-bye. What happened? Your value is the same, but it's up. You try to new neighbors. I'm telling you, in 10 or maybe in 100, you will find just one that he will just don't want to speak with you. 1%, one percentage. But you will find 99 people that they would love to speak with you, especially in the metrobus or the metro. And you should say, but it's about what you are saying, what the topic, and how you are saying it with a smile. For instance, when you go to Migros for the market or for whatever, there is a lot of hundreds of customers that is coming to that person. But how many that he is speaking with that accountant, the cashier guy? How many that he's saying that, hey, how are you? How are you today? Oh, the weather is so bad. The weather, it's raining now. And he is finding you that you are caring about him. That makes him love you. Why? Because you are trying to care about his heart, his feeling. So what happens? You got his heart, you got his key, you can influence, you can tell him after that as something that you need to deliver to him. A moral thing. As something about your country that he maybe has a misunderstanding about it. But you have something that you already have his keys. You're going to a market, you're going to the gym. Are you going to the gym? Who is playing sports here? Sports? No sports at all. Oh my gosh. It's a disaster. No one is playing a sport at all in your life. You should. A leader, a good leader, he can care about his health. That Allah, that He's God. Give him that gift. You need to also get care about your health. When you're speaking about leading yourself, this is also one of the parts that you have to know about leading yourself. Leading your muscles. And you know, the skills is like the muscles. You can train them. Yes, the muscles after a lot of training, it's getting bigger. And you're going to be real. That's, oh my God, that's the guy. That's what I mean. So you're just seeing that pictures. This is very nice, but I'm not doing it. Why am I not doing it? I don't know. Who knows? A friend of mine. A skills is like a muscles. You can train them. You can improve them. Even you can delete them. Some kind of bad things that I have, like the ego, like the nerve. So that's the thing that I have. I can edit it. You need to know that it's editable, it's learnable, it's something that you can have. By training, by practicing. No one is born a leader. They're not born. People not born like a leader. They're not just born from his 1 year ago, hey, go and get it. No, it's not like this. He's not a management or a manager or not a leader, but it's practicing. He's noticing. He's learning. He's taking that skills in one power and he's taking that and he's moving with it. So we are talking about here about training, but training also for that kind, it starts with thoughts. Because thoughts, I'm watching you. Again, come here. Yeah, move your chair, yeah. Just give him a space. Please, thank you. Now, yeah, exactly. Great. Thoughts. What is thoughts? These things that is hitting my mind all the time. But you have to know that thoughts is converting to emotions. And emotions is converting to attitudes. And these attitudes will make your character, and this character will move you in your life to every single life. Everyone is going to see that character. It starts from that thoughts, concepts. That's why the first question that I asked you 1.5 hours ago about why you are here. What about leadership? I'm asking your thoughts, your minds. What do you think about it? Why? Because it all starts from that thoughts, from that mind. It's all starts from here. And then it's moving down, moving swiftly for every part of you. That's what's going to make your personality. Okay. So, moving to what's the difference between a manager and a leader? Is there a difference between a manager and a leader? I'm not hearing you. Is there a difference between a manager and a leader or not?
Is it like
Yes. Yes, for sure. You should speak. Please, open your mouth.
Yes!
Yeah, exactly like that. That's on the tone. Is there a difference? Of course, yeah. That's a movement to her mouth. That's a sport. Yes, there is. You are great. Okay. Please. Okay. Again. No. Okay. Managers and leaders.
Okay.
The full slide. Great. $18 here. $18 from that. That's Jezza. With Jason. Okay. Managers and leaders. That's Azan? Okay, we are paying $10. I'm sorry. Focus on things. Leaders focus on people. On their skills. On their minds. On their concepts. They are focusing about the people. They are not just focusing about the product or the production process. But they are focusing about the people. Managers do things right. The same things. Without a change. But leaders do the right things. What does that mean? This means this is order and this is disorder, by the way. You see, creating new things, right things. But the other one is very disciplined about doing the same things in the right way. So that's the difference between a manager and a leader with dealing with things. Plan, organize, direct, and control. This green words is a common words between a manager and leaders. Because also leaders can plan, can organize, can direct, and also can control. But manager cannot inspire his employees or his group. He cannot. Just the leader can inspire them. Am I inspiring you now? Yeah, why am I inspiring you? Because I'm trying to make some things that I'm going to teach you also about your voice and how to speak about that. So you are trying to feel every single thing that you are hearing now. Yes, I can inspire the group. Why? Because you can now not just hear with your ears, but also feel with your heart. And this is the skill that you need to learn. When you are speaking to others, You get to inspire them about what you are, not just what you are speaking, but how you are saying, how you are doing it. And from that, the why, to remember the golden circle, and all the time I'm going to remind you about it. Why? Not just what and how, but why you're doing this, why you're saying this. You are trying to convince people about the why, not what. Now, also the managers follow the rules, but he is shaping the entities. You know that he's. It doesn't have to be a company or something that has a building. We are an organization from organizing, organized, so we can organize our goals, our tasks, our duties, our job descriptions. So now we are an organization, and we are calling ourselves that. You know, there is someone that his name is Farah Gray. Farah Gray was an American young boy, was 8 years old. And he was suffering a lot from poverty and from sickness. He was living in Chicago in a very poor street with a cancer sick mother. And he was suffering a lot from the cause and life causes. Do you know what did he do? Farah Gray started to do, I need to make something to lead my friends about it. He was 8 years old, by the way. To lead people about something, you need to have something. You need to have goals, objects. You need to have a project, a vision. You remember, visionary? Is that what we were speaking about? Visionary. So he started with saying that, what about if I'm suffering and all the people are suffering? I need to do something to fix this out. And I need to have an identity. Look at this. This is a very important point that I'm referring to. Identity. What's my identity? When I'm speaking to the people, who am I? And you can imagine a child with 8 years old is printing a business card. And he wrote on that, the manager of the 21st century, Farah Gray. This is my job title. And he started to speak with people about, I am the manager, I'm a businessman. And people start to laugh about him at the first. But when he collects a group, look at that stage, it's very important, collect your group. It shows your members. He started to speak with him about why, remember, why he is doing this. People elder than him. They are 10 and 15 years old and 20 years old. He starts to speak about we are in our street suffering. So we need to do something to get ourselves out of that point, out of that area. What we are going to do, Farah, we can start from taking that things from recycling and from other homes that they are not using, and we can start selling it. Why we are doing this? We can do this for helping. He's not convincing them. He's not convincing them with what he is doing, but why he is doing it. That's an inspiration, that's motivating them. So, okay, let's start, Farah. And they started. And they succeeded at the first stage. One journalist heard about his story. So he made an interview with him. What are you doing? You're an 8 years old boy and you're doing business? So he started to convince him also why we are doing this, not what we're doing. So the journalist, that one, was working in a very famous media. He really affected and influenced by that boy. So he decided to help him, Farah Gray. Farah Gray started to speak in the schools. He was given the chance to speak in the lines, in the schools, about his project, his dream, and why he's doing this. Why he is doing this. I'm speaking about why all the time, because it's the most important inspiration. Farah Gray was interviewed to a very big radio station. 20 millions of people that they were listening to him. And they all were influenced by him. Farah Gray, in the 12 years old, was giving lectures to motivate people, and he was taking $10,000 by lecture when he was 12 years old. When he was 15 years old, he decided to make a factory in a 15 years old boy. And from what he started from why we are doing this, and from collecting that group and giving them that motivation, that idea. Farah Gray, in the 18 years old, he made a radio station and a magazine. And he wrote a book. Its name is Rayonnaire. Everyone can Google it. For Farah Gray, Rayonnaire. And he spoke about his story and how to start. It's not by coincidence. This is not an accident. He did like the book saying. He started from the right point, having a vision, convincing or collecting members, having identity, and convincing them about why, the why point, and it's launching, it's going on. That's what happened. Please. Managers and leaders. Leadership is the ability to develop a vision that motivates others to move with a passion toward common goals. But management is the ability to organize resources and coordinate the execution of tasks necessary for effective manners. And we spoke about this before. The difference between a manager and a leader. That's also a difference between a manager and a leader. That's okay, project controls, and he can build the team. But manager, he's taking the team like it is. He cannot create a new team. But a leader can see in the people what's the best thing that can invest in. And this is very important, by the way. A good leader can invest the best thing in every people, and every member in his team. He can see this one can write poetry. He can write, he can speak, he can work, he can organize, he can plan, he can invest in every single skill and the best of everyone. That's a good leader. That's the common activities that we spoke about. Planning and organizing and directing and controlling. A planning process. Planning process, that manager can plan budgets and targets, establish detailed steps. And also the organized manager, that's the difference. That leader sets directions and he creates the visions. He's not taking the visions from others like the manager and he's trying to make it. But no, he's now making a new vision for his organization, for his company, for himself. Every single day he's going, what about my vision? Is it suitable to today, to nowadays, to this country, to the new updates that happen to my life or not? So he's taking that updates and he's moving on and working on about it. Organizing. So the manager creates structure, job description, staffing, delivery training, you know that. The recruitment and selection and just doing this is the manager, but leader, get people on board for strategy. He can communicate in a very efficient and a very high way. Communication. Communication is one of the most important skills that every one of you has to have. Can I communicate with people in the right way? Is the perfect way that I need to communication? Inshallah, maybe in another time, because I know that today we cannot speak about all the skills, about communication and self-confidence and voice tone, how to stop and how to speak about in front of people. That's very important about your self-confidence, please. So this is also a continuing about a difference between a manager and a leader. Implements control system, performance measures, identifies variance and fixes variances, but later motivate and inspire, give sense of accomplishment. That's the difference between in the controlling process. This is also the traits of a leadership. His intelligence. More intelligent than non-leader, his knowledge, awareness, Look at that. And this is very important, by the way. A good leader knows about everything, at least one thing. And he knows everything about one thing. Awareness. You cannot sit with someone that he's speaking about Cristiano Ronaldo, and you are asking me, who is Cristiano Ronaldo? I'm sorry. How don't you know Cristiano Ronaldo? How can you communicate with me if you don't know anything about my background or my culture? But sir, I don't like football. I'm not telling you to like football, but I'm telling you to like the knowledge. Because this is a knowledge. The football is also knowledge. It's sports about a knowledge. The forex, it's a knowledge. The dollar, what's happened to the politics and the sociality, and this is all a knowledge. I'm not telling you to study the statements and the forex and the markets. No, but know at least about them. What's happening to the US dollar in Turkey now? Oh, it's jumped up to 3.05 or 06. So I just have that information. I'm not following all the time, but I have the information because I have the knowledge. Because anyone who speak with me in one day, I have that knowledge. Do you know what happened to AC Milan and Manchester? What is Manchester? Is it medicine? No, it's not. It's a sports thing that why you cannot. I have the knowledge. And if you cannot have the knowledge, because why you don't have a knowledge? It's important because your teams has a variety of cultures and backgrounds. And if you cannot know about everything, at least one thing, you cannot communicate with them in the perfect way. You cannot influence on that. You cannot affect them. You cannot communicate in that culture. Because if I want to speak with Ashkin or Ahmed, if I don't know his background, I cannot take him from my side. But I have to go to his side. At first, I'm taking it to my side. So that they're convincing, that are called the inspiration, and has known his background, and know how to speak, and what his concept. I know, knowing, knowledge. Knowledge for communication, knowledge for influence, knowledge for your personality. So you have to know at least one thing about everything and everything about one thing. What's that one thing? Maybe it's your vision, your project. That thing that you need to know everything about, every detail. If you have been asked about everything, you can answer because it's your dream, your vision, your ambitions. That's what you're living to. You're living for. So you need to know all the details of everything. But at the same time, I know the backgrounds of the people and what's happening to the world. So at least, for instance, I can show you on my mobile phone, I have some kind of application that is giving me just the news of the sports, the news of the politics, the news of... I'm not watching football matches, but that application is giving me the hints and the conclusion about what happened in the match. So the match is 90 minutes, but I'm watching it in 1 minute. I know everything, what happened, what's the result. And it's the same in the politics. What's happening in Libya? What's happening in Yemen? What's happening in Malaysia? What happened to Tariq Ramadan? About your prison? Who is in the prison for what's happened? Yes, you are aware about what's happening in the world. So awareness is effectiveness. Please. Also in that honesty, in that self-confidence, ambitious. Adaptively, and from that point, there is also the leader. He's curious, but in a positive way, a positive curiosity. Are you sleeping? Are you waking up?
Yep.
Everything's okay? Can we do something? Can we change the chairs? Everyone is. You should go there and you come here, please. You got 30 seconds to do that. It's 20 now. No, you have to, please. Can we do another thing, please? Everyone, when I'm saying go, we're going to clap in a very high way to fill this room with a new energy. Can we do this? 3, 2, 1, go. You didn't have to. You didn't have to do that. Okay. That's also our receipt for being a leader. Maybe we can take a break after that. No, please, no, back. First of all, you have to take control of your life. A control of my life? What does that mean? Am I controlling my life? Indeed or not? What is my life? Do I know my strength points and my weakness one? What is my opportunities that I have now? What's the threats that I'm facing? Do I know exactly what I'm living at inside, not outside? I'm not speaking about the room or the house or the university, but I'm speaking inside. Your psychology. Who's your idol? What's your really goals in life? When I asked you before about how can you see yourself after 5 years, that's not an answer that I'm leader in a school, in a class. That's not a goal. Kardeşim, that's not a goal. Are you writing? Oh, great. What a technology. Are you writing without even a light? Oh, I cannot see the light from my side. Great. So, the point is personalization. I know myself. Really? I know what I have in a bad points, a bad sides. I'm trying to fix it up. Yeah, I cannot speak with the people. I have that ego. I'm forgetting all the time. I don't have organization or organizing myself. I don't have plans. Oh, I'm a very brilliant PR, public relations. That's a strength point. How to invest in that? Yes, that's a good point. How can I invest in? I can paint. I'm a creative in painting, for instance. I have a good imagination. That's a strength point that I have. I believe that I have. That's a strength point for me. So I'm taking that to invest it. And how can I invest in that? Am I doing it? Am I working on my files or not? That's the most important file of your life. That's the most important program and application that you need to update every day. It's you. It's about you. It's to update your thoughts, update your abilities, your skills. So I'm updating my profile every day. This is very important to control your life. One of the most important things in the emotional intelligence, or the AQ, check this out. Find the missing number. Please, can you find the missing number in that? You got 30 seconds to think about it. We have an engineer, a civil engineer. Please, find the missing number. 30 seconds! Bring it on! Yeah. We have a winner. Not yet? Yes? No, not yet. 58. That was fast. Yes, that's the correct answer. Can you explain?
2, 5 is 3, 5, 12 is 7, so it's the number difference before times 2 plus 1.
Yeah, that's very nice. This is clever answer and fastest. Yeah, that was the 30 answer. Give him a chocolate, please, after that. Thank you. We're just trying to refresh your minds in the middle of every 10 or 15 minutes. Please back one slide before. Yes. This is also an important point about blaming and accepting the mistakes. If you, a story of a mistake. Let me tell you a story of a mistake. If you don't know your mistakes, you cannot fix it. You can fix it? You can fix it?
Yeah, maybe.
No? If you don't know your mistakes, how can you fix it? If you are a magician, you can't. So, first of all, about your mistakes and about your weakness point, that you need to know it. And after that, you need to know how to deal in a correct way in dealing with it, to fix it up. I have the decision that I can fix it. That's a believing, that's a confidence that I have. I can deal with that. And this is very important, by the way. Because some of the people that they are saying, you know what, I know that I have that weakness, but I cannot deal with it. I cannot fix it. I cannot change it. You know that word that you're listening to all the time? Yes, you can change it. Yes, you can fix it. Why are you saying that you cannot? Why are you just putting your ability in that very small circle that this is your ability. No, it's not. It's more than that. It's bigger than that. But you're just doing this. So first concept that to deal with mistakes and weakness points that you have in your character and his personality, that you got the concept of I can fix it up, I can deal with that. This is very important to know that. A concept of dealing with mistakes. And yes, I can blame myself and accept my blame, but I will learn from that. I learn from my own mistakes. Why? Because these mistakes that I have done, that make me, or make for me, a lot and a big experience. What is experience? It's a lot of mistakes. You got to know that. An experience is a mistake. A lot of mistakes. In a lot of fields. That will make you a real experience. Okay, please go on. Think great thoughts. Small thinking is why companies go. I'm sorry, because I'm really able. I cannot buy a Lamborghini or a Ferrari. That's an imagination. Why? Those people that they have that. Are they from Mars? From another planet? No. I'm sure they are just, I guess all of them, they are just selling drugs and weapons and everything. No one can do that. No, that's not true. This is your concept status. That if you need to ride a Lamborghini, you have to be buying and selling and making a business, a drug business. So if you're not going to a drug business, I'm not going to have a Ferrari. So what leads to? A drug businessman. And this is not true. It's all about your concept. I can or I cannot. Think in a big way. So make your thoughts great. Because this will make your actions great. Your attitudes great. This will fix your feelings up all the time. Determine your real goals. What's my specific real goals? You know, the goals has to be reliable, attainable, and timed. Yeah, we have hard work at that. It has to be timed also. Is my goal is specific? I know what I'm doing and how I'm doing and when I can do and achieve it. I have that schedule in my life or not. A smart goals. Make your goals big and make it smart. Okay. That's also about personalization. Know yourself. And also you have to know your team. I'm not saying about knowing your team, about knowing their names. No. I'm talking about the details of their lives, their families, their abilities, what they love, what they hate, what their favorite food or their favorite color. You know everything about every member of your team. Because you're not a manager, you're a leader. If they have a problem, they will come to you, not come to someone else. Because you're leading them. If you could lead yourself at the first. Okay? Listen effectively. And this relates to something that we were speaking about. Do you remember we were speaking about 3 kinds of charisma? One of them was focus charisma. Great, it was focus charisma, and it's related to the lesson effectively. Be an action man. You know, there is a quote, it's speaking about one action come out to the word is better than millions of thoughts that didn't come out to the word. What did you do? Not just what did you think. Yes, it's all about starts with thoughts. It's created in your mind. But if you didn't get that out of your mind, it's worthless. It's useless. Even you cannot get use from that. Right or not? So it's very important to do actions. I have tons of thoughts and ideas, yes, but give me one that you did. You really did, indeed, you did. And actions. So be an action guy, an action man, like Superman, okay? Encourage teamwork and participation. This is also one of the kind of leadership, participation. A leader is not sitting on his chair and giving commands. Hey, you, go there. Hey, bring this out. Hey, this is not a leader. Yes, there's a lot of managers that they love to do that. Yes, I love to order and give commands. Remember that a leader is not giving commands, but he's giving tasks. There's a big difference between a task and a command and an order. A manager can give order, but a leader is giving task. And what's the difference between a task and order? A task can be negotiable. Discussion. You can discuss with him. I'm the employee, I'm one of the member, and I can give you my opinion about your task. I can move it from a hard work to a smart work. I can make it faster with my opinion, with something that I thought about. That's a task. But order, you cannot do anything to it. You cannot edit it. You just have to do it like it. Like it or dislike it. You are going to do it. That's a manager. He's giving orders, and you have to obey like a slave. Unfortunately, that's what's happening in a lot of companies and organizations, that they are dealing with employees like slaves, giving them orders and they have to obey. Or get fired. They just send them from there because they're not obeying. We're not slaves. I'm not giving you. I heard that once. That a manager was speaking to an employee and she told him, we are not giving you a task. I'm giving you an order. Yes, that happened. Don't be like that. Ever. All of you are going to work in organizations and companies. You will see this, and you maybe in one day, inshallah, you will get that leadership position. You will lead by your position. So I'm saying this to not getting that mistakes and these mistakes, okay? Communicate effectively, empower team members. You know about curing and empowering. You're giving them all the time what they need to get their expectation up to their expectation, what they need. You're just giving that to them. That's a leader, that he's very close to his members. And also treat each person as an individual. This is also an important point. You know, a good leader is dealing with persons and people. Everyone has the feeling that he is the most important member in the team to my leader. A good leader can give that feeling to every one of them. Like for instance, you are 5 or 6 now. So I am giving you, every one of you, the feeling of you are the most important person on my list. Every one of you will have the same feeling. That's the good leader. So I'm dealing with the members of the team individually, not just all of them. You are doing now, not you are doing, but you are doing like this. You are going to say that, and you are going to that task individually. Speak with them individually, act with them individually, and feel with them and advise them individually. Also protect your team. And a protection is a very general word. Protect them from anything. Protect them from destruction. Protect them from diseases, not the physical one, but also the psychology one. Protect them to get to lost. Protect them from their bad thoughts. Protect them to get them to what you need and what you are trying to inspire and affect them with. We will get back to the last thing. Also interpersonal communication, personal interactive skills, self-evaluation. Are you evaluating yourself? Every day I'm sitting with myself, what have I done today? Was it a progress? Is it leading to my goals? If it was, there is a goal. No, sometimes there's no goals. Yeah, I'm evaluating my ideas today, my thoughts today, what I've done. I'm evaluating them now. So you need to evaluate yourself at first to evaluate the people. You cannot evaluate people, then you're not just evaluating your attitude. Or even you can just hear someone that, hey boss, you did the same mistake. Why are you all telling me? You are telling me, you are evaluating me. And try to learn to say sorry. Yeah, I have that mistake. I did that mistake in a wrong way. I did that wrong thing. It's not shame or something that you have to shame about that you did. It's okay. You're a human. Every single human on the earth can take mistakes and have mistakes. It's okay to admit in front of the people that yes, I did that mistake. And I'm sorry for that. Why you are doing this? Because every member of your team, if he also did a mistake, he will not hide it, but he will admit it. And he will say, yes, I did that. I'm sorry. To develop that, evaluation started from yourself, and after that from the others. Self-evaluation, motivation. When we spoke about motivation, team building, and finally, coaching. And coaching is a big topic. We can speak about just coaching in 1 week. How to coach, and what targets that you need, and how to hold targets and objects of members. But all what you need to know now, for now at least, is that you need to sit with your members and your teams every week at least 2 times or 3 times. And you need to speak with them things. You cannot sit with the team every day and speak about the same things. They will get bored and they will get out of your team. You need to give them the add value of their sitting with you. Yes, we spoke about why, but also you need to give me persons and people that they are doing, that they are not providing a new actions plan. Yes, work according to a plan, according to a schedule. The timing is very important. So you are giving the suitable task to the suitable person in the right time, in the right place. That's a good leader. I think that's enough for today. Problem solving and decision making. Also, the leader is a very, very efficient decision maker. This was, I was speaking about the interpersonal effectiveness, awareness, commitment, and ability. That's effectiveness. We spoke about awareness. Abilities that you have. An ability, a lot of things under it. You cannot speak about the medicines and how can we deal with the patients and you know nothing about medicine. You're not even a doctor, but you need to know everything about it. You got that ability to work on it. Commitment and awareness, that will lead you to effectiveness. Now, I will let you to start asking questions and we're going to answer about it.